Okay, if you followed our dribbling rules, you're adding some advanced one-on-one moves to it. Now what we need to do is add some imaginary defenders, which are not as good as real defenders, but they help us progress. And they might be cones like we've got laid out on the floor here. They could be water bottles, they could be t-shirts. You could put some chalk marks on the ground, you could put a t-shirt down, but we're just going to pattern these moves together. So the first thing that Ezi and Maddie will do are crossover moves in front of every cone. There are crossovers. You guys did a great job. Now we might go to our second advanced one-on-one move through the legs. Okay, now for the sake of this drill, we're going to do one more move that we haven't broken down, but if you've learned the first two, you can teach yourself this move quickly. It's called behind the back. So let's have Ezi and Maddie do a behind the back dribble. They jump, stop, and then just do their crossover move behind their back. And the girls did a great job cold. Okay, so now, we're going to turn our 3 advanced dribbling moves into a game that we call Dribbling Wizard. So you need 5 or 6 imaginary defenders out there on your bit of concrete or whatever you've got to practice with at home. Now the first part of this game is that you need to do each one of those moves in order, one at a time, without fumbling the basketball. So Ezi has to do a crossover move first, a through the legs move second, and a behind the back move first. Then she starts again and completes a second rotation. Off you go, Ezi. Excellent work. Back to batting. Great job, guys. So if you can get through the first round of Dribbling Wizard without a fumble, terrific. If you get stuck, if you lose the basketball, no problem at all. Go back, keep practicing till you can get through without making an error. Okay, now it becomes a little bit more complicated. So now before every cone, Ezi now has to do 2 of our moves. So she has to go crossover and then a through move, and she has to go in the same pattern and start with a behind the back move. So she always goes crossover, through, behind, but she only does 2 moves at once. So it would be a crossover and a through, and then the next cone she goes behind, and then she starts again. So it's a crossover, through, behind, to the next cone, crossover, through, behind. This is a little bit of a tough one to make you think while you're dribbling the basketball. And the last one, it should have been a behind the back move. Up until that point, Ezi nailed the drill. See how Maddie goes. Excellent work. So we keep the saying in our head, cross, through, behind, and we keep the same pattern, although we only use 2 moves at every cone. So that's the second phase of our drill. The third phase of our drill, Ezi now has to do all 3 moves before every cone. Off you go, Ez. Excellent. Great work, team. And An important point here is that even though Ezi's a really tall player, she has to work as hard on her dribbling skills as Maddie, who is a guard. So everyone must practice their dribbling. So now they're through the third phase of Dribbling Wizard. If you're a better player and you want to progress more, now what we have you do is change the order of the dribbles. So we may have Ezi go behind the back first, then through the legs, then crossover. Off you go, Ez. 3 moves before every cone. Great job. Now, of course, if you don't have all the space in your park or your backyard for that many cones, do what you can. But the important thing is to get the ball in your hands, break down your dribbling moves, go slowly, put it at a challenging level. We want to pound the ball, we want to keep our eyes up, and then we add combinations of these moves to become a real dribbling wizard.
Hey guys, it's Kayla George here. I hope you've enjoyed the last video. Stay tuned for more videos. Make sure you're following us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and make sure you subscribe to the newsletter to stay on top of all things Boomers. Boomer, bitch!